We're at the end of July now, so here comes the final question of the month from Micah. What makes a movie so bad it's good, and vice versa? A common discussion among film circles is the concept of a movie so bad it manages to turn around and be good. And I don't believe that such a thing exists. I understand the idea is these movies are so odd and bizarre in their directing, writing, and acting choices that they then become strangely entertaining. I do have a few movies like these myself. Troll 2 is one I often think of. This is a tiny budget movie with stilted acting, crummy costumes and makeup, unnatural lines of dialogue, laughable twists, and it does not even have trolls in it. Is it entertaining to watch? Absolutely it is. This is a movie that features a witch who talks by enunciating every word slowly. And the revelation of the town's name is one that most people could probably figure out.
Nilbog! It's Goblin spelled backwards! This is their kingdom!
But this is still a terrible film that does not stand up to any sort of critical scrutiny. However, I highly recommend the documentary Best Worst Movie, which was directed by the film's lead child actor. It provides some further insight into the mindset of the director and why he made certain creative decisions, like the anti-vegetarian message. I also think The Happening is wildly entertaining in some odd choices made by M. Night Shyamalan in crafting the film. Unlike Troll 2, this is a big studio production with well-known actors and directed by an Oscar-nominated filmmaker. This is a film that tries to get scares out of the wind. Genuinely talented actors like Mark Wahlberg and Zooey Deschanel are directed to be as emotionless and wooden as possible, and the characters make some truly bizarre decisions, like suddenly commenting on the peel of hot dogs. There's also this military soldier who responds to something shocking with
cheese and crackers.
The Happening is an unintentionally hilarious film. I don't think Shyamalan intended it that way, so the film ultimately doesn't work. A movie becoming bad due to a strange execution and unintentionally funny acting does not automatically make it good. It just turns the film into perfect MST3K fodder. One film often mentioned as so bad it's good is The Room. I mentioned my thoughts on the movie before when I discussed The Disaster Artist, but I don't find it nearly as entertaining as other people. All it does is frustrate me, because of how much it doesn't follow basic screenwriting rules and unnecessarily places establishing shots where there shouldn't be. There's also the reverse, a movie that's considered so good it's bad, and this I find to be utterly preposterous. When somebody refers to a movie that's so good it's bad, they tend to refer to a film that's technically well made, but otherwise leaves them empty. Either the message doesn't resonate with them, or the characters aren't to their liking, or the pacing is off. But hey, the cinematography is great, and the acting is fantastic, and the story structure works. I find the whole idea of so good it's bad seems to stem from the current mindset that a film can only be brilliant or terrible. Films are not allowed to be just okay or average anymore. Even being decent is somewhat considered a crime because, oh no, it's not a masterpiece. Think about how when Pixar comes out with a film that's just good. Fittingly, The Good Dinosaur is often categorized as just good, but it's not great like most Pixar, so therefore it's disappointing. That's an unfortunate mindset. A movie's allowed to be decent or solid. Even being okay or average is not necessarily a bad thing. I often think about my own opinion regarding the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are great and the gold standard of the series. I find there are other very worthy MCU pictures, like Captain America the First Avenger, Spider-Man Homecoming, and The Avengers. However, the large majority I find to be solid. And that's fine. I still enjoy them and find plenty to praise in them, even if they don't rock my socks off. All three of the MCU pictures released this year, Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp, are decent in my book. While I was slightly underwhelmed by, say, Doctor Strange and Avengers Age of Ultron, that does not mean they had nothing I liked. They had a good amount of elements I did like, but as a whole, I thought a few characters could have been better developed, and the stories did not excite me in maybe the ways intended. But they were still well acted with strong technical aspects and great stunt work, and there were some impressively done scenes here and there. There are also prestigious films people feel they need to like, but are left bored by. And guess what? If the pacing is not to your liking, that's a criticism you can absolutely point out. Good pacing is something every film needs. Ultimately, a film can be good, bad, okay, average, excellent, great, or terrible. These adjectives exist for a reason. Let's not mix some up or neglect others. That was a very interesting question, Micah, and I hope I answered it the best way I could.